What's up, everybody? My name is Silwane. I am currently part of the Cirque du Soleil show here in Las Vegas. Michael Jackson won. I'm a singer and I play Ngame, the moon goddess. One of the questions I normally get is, how did I become part of these two major companies in the entertainment industry, especially theater? And that is The Lion King, of course, by Disney, and Cirque du Soleil. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how my career began with Lion King and how I ended up with Cirque du Soleil. One of the questions I get all the time is, how did I become part of Lion King? Lion King has to have South Africans in it. And I remember this quite clearly. I was in South Africa minding my own business, and my sister woke me up and said, hey, there's an audition at the Market Theater. You have to go and audition for this. And I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And during this time of my life, I had gone through so much. At 17, winning Show to Fame. By the time I was 19, got married. By 20, I had a child. By the time I was 23, I was divorcing, like really literally going through a divorce with a 2, almost 3-year-old. So my sister was like, you need to find something different. And I was like, oh my God, I want to go. And I literally went to Market Theater. She dropped me off, something like that. And I entered the place. And Lebo M was there. I don't remember other people who were there at the time for the audition, but all I know is I sang, I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. And he said, where have you been? And I booked the job. I auditioned once. Look, not everybody can audition once and get a job. I auditioned once, and then my life changed for good. So moving to the States and being part of this amazing show was such an amazing experience, but also very challenging because of culture, because of missing your family, and then because of the adjustments to the way Americans work. Americans work so hard. So you would go to, I would have only one day a week off, you know, South Africans, we like to chill. We like to chill, we like to work hard, but chilling is part of us. So in the beginning of Lion King, in Los Angeles, it was tough because then we had to find places to live at the same time. Thank God Disney helped us at the time. I don't know how they do it now, but I remember when we moved to America, we had to have bank accounts, and Leslie, God bless you, and they had to transport us from one spot to the next. So they had a van for us, and at the beginning they found these apartments for us for like 6 weeks so we can really get settled. That was quite actually really amazing that they had done that for us as South Africans who were just new. And then we had to figure it out after a while. So that was an interesting adjustment, and it was hard, but it has made me who I am, and I'm so proud of that. And when the show closed there, I literally didn't think that I was gonna be okay. I was like, oh my God, the best place on earth, because I grew up. So how did I stay in the show for so long? Like I said, I did 8 companies. It's one of the reasons why I stayed long. I covered Rafiki, I covered Nala, so that made it fun. I always sang One by One, which is and I loved doing that every damn night. I enjoyed it, I loved it. But professionalism when it comes to theater is beyond and impeccable. You have to be a professional in taking care of your voice. You have to know the importance of consistency if you're doing the same thing every day, because I know you can literally lose focus because you're doing the same thing every night. But once I realized that I was in good company and people who were just amazing at what they did, it helped me become a better performer too. had to pull up, right? So I did the show for 12 years, but I kept it interesting. And also there's always drama, there's always gossip, there's always, you know, when something happens and something goes wrong on stage or something like that, it keeps the show fun, as long as nobody gets injured or anything like that, you know. And the routine, you get used to having the routine, establishing a crucial routine of working out, sing, or having a vocal coach and stuff like that. And for me, what helped me too on Broadway, especially for those years that I was there, because everything became like, it gets boring after a while, and I felt like I was losing myself, who I was, having the passion and stuff like that. I used to go to yoga between shows. I did a hot yoga between shows on weekends, and that helped me, you know, get out of the theater instead of just going to eat and, you know, and hang out. Sometimes it was just good for me to go do something for myself between shows. And I look back now, I'm like, wow, I used to do crazy stuff. I'll come there, do the show, immediately catch like a 5 p.m. Class, and finish out on 6, get back, take a shower, eat, repeat, do another show. And I had a teen daughter at the time, and life was very, very hectic, okay? When I booked Lion King Pantages Theater, I thought that was everything, okay? The good friendships there, and I just loved being there, you know? But what I'm realizing now, it was one of the best things God did for me, because I realized that there was more to life than this 3 years of my life. Because what happens is when you're young, everything becomes a big deal, right? In school, in high school, and all of a sudden your friends are moving to different cities, and some people don't move, they stay there. At that, I'm like, it seems like it. I'm grateful because I moved to Canada, and I will never ever, like, take that lightly. I got even better with the craft, what I had learned in life. Same when I moved to London, it was the same thing. So it was such an amazing experience for me, being part of the Lion King, because it taught me professionalism, the importance of rehearsing, and having a routine, right? The only way you can actually survive in these environments, especially the Broadway community, you have to have a routine. You have to know what works for you. You have to know what doesn't work for you. The passion for my craft helped me and sustained me. And adaptation. If I didn't know how to adapt, there's no way I would have survived, to tell you the truth. So having the ability to adapt to every city, to every new company that I had to be part of, that helped me to be a better performer and to be a better human, okay? So that was really, those are the things that helped me survive being on Broadway or being part of Lion King for those many, many, many years. And challenging myself. I had few shows there, sold out shows. I performed at Joe's Pub, the Public Theater. Look at me now. Look at me now. Look at me now. So I felt like I'd never fit in. I'd never fit in my life. And so I leaned into who I was. And so for you right now, as a young person, if you are never fit in, if you're not part of the clique, listen, lean into who you really are. Because who you are opens more doors for you, okay? And so I did other things besides being on Broadway. Taught on weekends. And then I volunteered for Broadway Cares Fights AIDS. I had fun, we had fun. And that made it a little bit easier as well to have a little bit of fun while you had a job with that kind of schedule. So not everybody can be part of Broadway. You know, it was never my dream to be on Broadway, but I know for sure that not everybody can be part of Broadway or theater, like, because you're there every day and you do the same thing every day unless you're an understudy, okay? So there you have it. Stay tuned if you want to know how I became of the Cirque du Soleil, okay? That will be on the next video. Hope you enjoyed.